found it quite interesting that anybody who follows you on social media, Jack Grealish, would have seen that you two met up for a bite to eat, a coffee or something earlier this week. What are you going to be messaging Jack? Because we're going to hear from him shortly. What are you going to be messaging him on his mobile phone after this game? Without swearing, please.
You know what? I wouldn't message him after the game. I mean, I've been there. You know, when you have a result like this, Brad will agree. Your phone's blowing up, isn't it, Brad? You've got everyone from your schoolmate that you haven't spoke to in 10 years messaging you. So I'll catch up with him in the week. But I just feel like he's just showing now. He's committed to the club. He's showing now he's the real deal. You know, England game's coming up. He's the real deal. He has to start for England. I mean, look how easy it was today. We're talking about Trent Arnold, England's right back. I mean, Jack ripped into shreds today. So I'm just happy for him. He wanted better players coming into the club to help him push Aston Villa up the table, and that's what's going to happen now. The likes of Barkley, you mean Traore come off the bench. I mean, if you look at Aston Villa's bench, it's so strong now. And this is what he wants for his boyhood club, so I'm very happy for him. But I won't be messaging him until maybe in the week. We'll catch up.
Maybe he'll message you instead. You never know. But Brad, when it comes to someone like Jack Grealish, when's the last time you saw a talent from Aston Villa, from the academy, come through the ranks like this to make such an impact? Please don't say Gabby.
No chance.
different player. I mean, coming through the academy. I mean, I was there for 3 years. Did GB come through the academy?
He come a bit later on, I think, maybe 17, 18.
Right. So I mean, Gareth Barry, maybe if you consider him an academy player, I mean, he was an incredible footballer with vision and a left foot like like not many others have, and he was also versatile. But it's not often that you get a talent like Jack Grealish coming through. And you know what's great about Jack, and I don't know him at all. Gabby will know him very, very well. Is when you're a young player and you also take a lot of negative press for things off the field. It's not easy to come through it, and it seems like he has. And I'm not saying that he's not going to make a mistake again in his life, but it's when you're 16, 17, 18 years of age, and then the whole country's looking at you for mistakes or perceived mistakes. Again, I don't know the full stories of what happens, but the whole world sees negative press. It's not easy to come through that, but it seems to have made him stronger, and he's doing his talking on the pitch now.
You see with him as well, Brad, if you look at videos of Jack when he was in the academy, I'm talking 7, 8, 9 years old, and you look at the videos of him there and now, you'll see he was doing the exact same things. I'm talking about, I've seen the videos, he's running past players, he's chopping, he's doing things that 7, 8-year-olds shouldn't be doing. So you can tell from that age that he was going to make it. And he's just doing exactly what he was doing at 7 now, but he's doing it obviously at a higher standard. And I just feel watching him, even if I didn't know him, he just looks like he's playing with his mates, Brad. He's doing 1-2s, he's running with the ball, he's flicking. It's not even like it's a Premier League game against the champions today. It's like he's playing six-a-side with his mates and he's having fun with it. It doesn't look like any nerves at all. It just looks like a kid having fun on the pitch.
Well, Gavin, I played with Luka Modric at Tottenham. It was remarkable. He's such a mellow guy. Come out every day, and every five-a-side team he was on, every box he was in, every possession game he was in, everything that he was associated with. He looked like you said, he was just playing a five-a-side with his mates, and he never lost the ball. And you know, some players can just make football look effortless, you know, and he's one of those players that when he's on his game, he sees things 2 and 3 passes ahead of other people. He has a vision of that not many footballers possess. But there has been a lot of people, and you'll agree to this, Gabby, that come through the game that possess skill. But then you have to have something in your belly and between the ears to make it up to the next level. And that's why I said my comment, because he had a lot of negative publicity from afar. You know, after I had left the club, Gabby, most of the stuff coming out where he's a great player, but he can do this, but, you know, for a good 2 or 3 years, you know, so for me, without even knowing.
Yeah. That's what he had to do. He had to get goals and assists, Brad. He had the talent, but people wanted to see stats, don't they? They want to see goals, assists, and that's what he started bringing in. I mean, Last season, he was the highest goal scorer for England, number 10. And this season, he started on fire. I think that's how many, is it 2 or 3 assists and 3 goals in 3 games? And that's what he's got to keep doing. Then no one can say anything to you then if you're entertaining to watch, but you're still getting the goals and assists. I mean, even Gareth Southgate, who doesn't want to play him, he can't ignore him now.
I think back when we talk about academy players, Brad, the one that pops to my mind, although at a different club, who you would have been there to see him start his career would be Steven Gerrard, if memory serves me right.
Yeah, Steve, actually, when I was at Liverpool, we had Steven Gerrard and Michael Owen both coming through at the same time. And Jamie Carragher. I think Jamie was a couple years older. But 3 incredibly talented players. Abby, like you had said, was 7 or 8. Gerrard, when he was a young kid, everyone knew he was going to be spectacular. And Michael Owen was so quick and so fast. You knew he was going to be a star. Jamie was a little bit different. He knew he was going to be good. He played. It was more in the workman positions, but Stevie G was one of the very, very best ever to put the shirt on for Liverpool, without a doubt. And Jack, different players. Stevie was more of a power box to box guy than Jack. Jack is a little bit more savvy on the ball.
But as well, Brad,
and has that vision.
Don't you think as well, Brad, that now you're going to see how good Jack is because he's going to be playing with better players? You know, from like your experiences, when these top players play with world-class players, they're going to play better, aren't they? Last season, he played with quite not a weak Villa side, but not a great Villa side. Now the likes of Barkley. Look at Barkley's goal today. They're playing 1-2s with each other, like they're playing a game of FIFA. So I just feel that Jack's going to become even better playing at England level with these superstars and with better players at Aston Villa.
Well, just let me take yourself playing the striker when John Carew or even them during that team, you guys had the likes of Stan, Gareth Barry, Millie, Ash playing balls to you. When you have the quality coming into you, it makes your life easier. You know you're going to be making the run, and you know that ball is going to be served on a platter to you, so you're going to be willing to make the time again.
And as well, Brad, teams now, they can't just double up on Jack, because now you've got to double up on Barkley, because Barkley was a menace today. And you can't leave him one-on-one, so that's what's going to help Jack. It's going to help him a lot.